59. Hello, and welcome to First United Methodist Church, Mesa City, Iowa. Tomorrow, we will be celebrating the life of Bill Seeger. His visitation will be at 9:30 here in this sanctuary, followed by the funeral service at 10:30. His great-granddaughter will be singing our favorite hymn that we're focusing on today, "It Is Well With My Soul." I'd like to give you the background for that hymn, Triumph Through Tragedy. During the autumn of 1873, Horatio Gates Spafford and his family planned a wonderful trip to Europe to visit relatives and friends. As winter began to chill their Chicago home, Horatio, his wife Anna, and their 4 young daughters, Maggie, Tanetta, Annie, and Bessie, ranging in age from 18 months to 12 years, began to anticipate the sea voyage and the reunion. When the time for the trip drew close, Spafford's business encountered some difficulties that required him to remain at home. Determined not to deprive the family of the anticipated excursion, however, he kissed his wife and daughters goodbye, bade them Godspeed, and promised to join them as soon as possible. The Spafford women embarked on the French steamer SS Via de Havre and began their transatlantic journey. Off the coast of Newfoundland, however, tragedy struck. The ship collided with an English sailing vessel, the Loch Earn, ripping a gaping hole in the ship's hull. So massive was the damage that the Via de Havre plunged to the bottom of the frigid sea within 20 minutes. In the moments before the ship sank, Anna Spafford gathered her 4 young girls to her side and prayed with them, holding the youngest in her arms. As the icy water of the North Atlantic swept over the decks, the 3 older children disappeared, and eventually even the baby was washed from her mother's embrace. Alone and near death herself, Anna was spotted from a lifeboat and plucked from the sea. It was 10 days before the survivors of the shipwreck were landed safely in Cardiff, Wales. From there, Anna Spafford wired her anxious husband a brief and poignant message: saved alone. Boarding the next available ship, Horatio sailed to England, where he was reunited with his grieving wife. The Spafford's close friend, evangelist Dwight L. Moody, was in Edinburgh, Scotland, at the time of the tragedy, and came from there to join the bereaved couple. He later reported at that meeting that, though they were experiencing deep sorrow, the Spaffords never lost their abiding faith in God. They attested to this with their affirmation to Moody, "It is well, the will of God be done." Returning to Chicago, Spafford rejoined his legal practice, once again becoming active in the local Presbyterian church as an elder and working with the YMCA. A visitor to the office 2 years after the shipwreck remarked about the framed cable above Spafford's desk, carrying only the words, "saved alone." Retelling the tale, Spafford again affirmed, "It is well, God's will be done." He would later report that the phrase, "It is well," inspired him to formulate the words of a poem subsequently set to music by Philip P. Bliss. With the writing of this very personal yet universally applicable hymn, Spafford seemed to turn the focus of his energies from his law practice to the fulfillment of a lifelong dream. In 1881, at the age of 53, he and his wife left the United States to settle in Jerusalem. There they founded an American colony where they spent the rest of their lives. Although Horatio Spafford's family did not live on beyond the 19th century, his beautiful hymn of faith lives today as a tribute to the faith of a loving Christian father. Others facing trials as great as the sea billows that swept over the sinking Via de Havre have learned to say with Spafford, "It is well with my soul." I'd like to play an arrangement of that. Listen first to the words. Verse 1, "When peace like a river attendeth my way, when sorrows like sea billows roll, whatever my lot, thou hast taught me to say, it is well with my soul." Verse 2, "Though Satan should buffet, though trials should come, let this blessed assurance control, that Christ has regarded my helpless estate and hath shed his own blood for my soul." Verse 3, "My sin, oh the bliss of this glorious thought, my sin not in part but the whole is nailed to the cross, and I bear it no more. Praise the Lord, O my soul." And verse 4, "And, Lord, haste the day when the faith shall be sight, the clouds be rolled back as a scroll, the trump shall resound, and the Lord shall descend. Even so, it is well with my soul." And the refrain, it is well with my soul, with my soul. It is well with my soul."